Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news now. If you're a diehard Bears fan, you've probably been watching the shifts happening around the league, especially in the NFC North, a division steeped in history, rivalry, and competitive spirit. But right now, there's a rumor that's causing quite a buzz, one that has the potential to reshape the Bears' offensive line and ultimately our entire team's trajectory. Word is, the Chicago Bears are closing in on a blockbuster trade for Orlando Brown Jr., the talented left tackle from the Cincinnati Bengals. And let me tell you, this isn't just about adding another player. It's about making a statement, about building an offensive line that can finally protect Justin Fields and give our offense the stability it desperately needs to compete at the highest level. Sources close to the negotiations indicate that the Bears are prepared to send a first-round pick, along with a rotational offensive tackle, to Cincinnati in exchange for Brown. The Bengals, as many know, are in a bit of a cap crunch. They've got about $16 million in cap space and are dealing with injuries to their franchise quarterback, Joe Burrow, who's suffered multiple sacks this season. Cincinnati is prioritizing youth on their defensive front and looking to clear cap space for the future. So it makes perfect sense for them to offload a premier offensive lineman like Brown, especially if they're eyeing a rebuild or a reset after a rough start. The trade, if finalized before November 4th, could be a game-changer for the Bears, especially considering how badly they need to shore up their line. Deep dive into Orlando Brown Jr. A player profile now. Let's talk about Orlando Brown Jr., because this guy isn't just any tackle. He's a dominant force on the left side, standing at 6'8", and weighing 345 pounds, a true mountain of a man, reminiscent of Trent Williams in his prime. Brown has been a key protector for the Bengals with a pass block grade of 82. Won in 2024, and he's only allowed 4 sacks so far this season. That's impressive, especially considering the pressure faced by the Bengals' offensive line, which has struggled at times with injuries and inconsistent play. With 92 career starts, Brown has proven to be durable and reliable, and his pass block win rate of 88% in 2024 underscores just how effective he is in pass protection. What makes Brown an even more attractive target for the Bears is his consistency. In 2025, up until September 15th, he's maintained an 85% snap rate, allowed only 2 sacks, and registered just 12 pressures. His run blocking is solid too, with a 76% grade, and his EPA per block is plus 0.11, meaning he's positively impacting the offense whenever he's on the field. The fact that he's been injury-free is another huge plus. Bears fans know how much injuries can derail an offensive line, especially when it comes to protecting our franchise quarterback. Brown's size, agility, and technique make him a perfect fit for our scheme, which has struggled to keep Justin clean and give him enough time to make plays. Historical context and significance. Looking at the historical significance of adding a player like Brown, it's vital to recognize how the Bears have historically prioritized offensive line stability. From the legendary Ditka-era trenches to the recent struggles in protecting young quarterbacks, the Bears have often suffered from inconsistent line play that has hampered their offensive potential. The franchise has a rich history of formidable offensive lines, like the one that helped Walter Payton rack up over 16-0 rushing yards, or the 1985 Super Bowl-winning team that boasted one of the best offensive lines in NFL history. In recent years, however, the Bears have faced difficulties in establishing a cohesive, effective offensive line. The struggles in pass protection have often been a bottleneck for Justin Fields' development. Last season, the Bears allowed 55 sacks, which ranked among the league's worst, and this season, the number has continued to hover unacceptably high at around 28 sacks through the first 7 games, averaging roughly 4 sacks per game. This puts a huge strain on the offense, limits play-calling creativity, and leaves Justin vulnerable to injuries. Adding Orlando Brown Jr. represents a potential turning point, one that echoes the Bears' historical focus on trenches but with modern efficiency. Brown's presence could elevate the entire offensive line into a top-tier unit, reminiscent of some of the best lines in recent NFL history, such as the 2017 Eagles or the 2020 Chiefs. A top 10 offensive line in the league is a game changer, one that can turn the tide of games, bolster Justin Fields' confidence, and create more opportunities for the offense to excel. The future outlook and expectations looking ahead. The expectations for this potential trade are high. If the Bears secure Orlando Brown Jr., the immediate impact would be seen in our pass protection, which would see a dramatic improvement. Experts project that this addition could reduce sacks by approximately 25–30%, significantly improving our offensive efficiency. With better protection, Justin Fields can operate more comfortably in the pocket, extend plays, and utilize his dual-threat capabilities more effectively. The addition of Brown could also influence the Bears' offensive philosophy. With a reliable left tackle anchoring the line, offensive coordinator Luke Getsy might lean more into a balanced attack, mixing the run and pass to keep defenses guessing. The improved protection would allow the Bears to implement more play-action passes, which have been somewhat underutilized due to the instability up front. With a more formidable offensive line, the Bears' offense could evolve into a more explosive and unpredictable unit. Player-specific analysis. Let's analyze some of the key players involved in this scenario. Justin Fields, the franchise quarterback, who's shown flashes of brilliance but has been hampered by inconsistent protection. His rushing ability makes him a dual threat, but his development depends heavily on the offensive line's ability to keep him upright. With Brown protecting his blind side, Fields could see a boost in confidence, leading to more accurate throws downfield and better decision-making. Tevin Jenkins ***, the right tackle who's been improving steadily. Jenkins has shown resilience after some early struggles and is now regarded as a key piece in the right side of the line. Pairing him with Brown on the left could create a formidable front, balancing experience with youth and talent. Darnell Wright ***, the promising rookie right tackle who's shown flashes of dominance. Developing a strong interior and exterior line will be crucial for his growth. Brown's veteran leadership and technique could serve as a guiding influence for Wright, accelerating his development. Bengal's perspective ***. Cincinnati's decision to trade Brown is driven by their cap constraints and injury issues. They rank 22nd in offensive line performance, supporting only 4.1 yards per carry and allowing 24 sacks this season. The team is clearly rebuilding their trenches with younger, cheaper talent. Brown's trade could free up cap space, approximately $11 million, providing flexibility to pursue other free agents or extend key players like Joe Burrow once he fully recovers. Broader impact on the NFC North and NFL landscape. The NFC North has long been a division of tough, physical teams. Green Bay with its storied history, Minnesota's rising offense, Detroit's offensive explosion led by Jared Goff and their young stars, and Chicago's own rebuilding efforts. A trade for Orlando Brown Jr. could shift the balance of power in this division. If Chicago bolsters its offensive line significantly, it becomes a more formidable opponent, capable of competing with the likes of Detroit and Minnesota. The Vikings, with Kirk Cousins and a strong defense, and Detroit with Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and a high-powered run game are all vying for supremacy. The Bears' move to acquire Brown signals a clear intent to contend and improve their roster to be competitive in the short and long term. Additionally, this move could influence the entire NFL landscape. Teams looking to rebuild their offensive line might see the Bears as a blueprint for success, investing in reliable, proven veteran talent to complement young quarterbacks. The NFL's trend toward emphasizing pass protection and explosive offenses makes Brown a perfect fit, and his addition could spark a domino effect among contenders and rebuilders alike. The broader historical significance of offensive line upgrades. Historically, NFL teams that have invested heavily in their offensive line have reaped significant rewards. The 2004 Patriots, for example, built around a solid line that protected Tom Brady, leading to multiple Super Bowl victories. The 2018 Chiefs, with their revamped offensive line, helped Patrick Mahomes elevate his game to an MVP level, culminating in a Super Bowl appearance. For the Bears, this trade could be a pivotal moment akin to those franchise-changing moves. The importance of a dominant offensive line cannot be overstated. It's the foundation upon which successful offenses are built. When a team invests in a player like Orlando Brown Jr., it signals a commitment to winning and an understanding that protection up front is the key to unlocking offensive potential. The political and cultural impact beyond the on-field implications. Bringing in a player of Brown's caliber has cultural significance. It boosts morale within the organization and energizes the fan base. The Bears have a passionate, long-standing fan base that has endured ups and downs, but recent years have seen a renewed sense of hope, especially with Justin Fields' emergence. Adding a leader like Brown, known for his professionalism and work ethic, can influence the locker room positively. It also demonstrates that the Bears are serious about contending, willing to make bold moves to improve the team. This signals the franchise's intent to be competitive for years to come, fostering a culture of excellence and resilience. Expectations for the rest of the season. Looking at the upcoming schedule, the Bears face a series of divisional games that could be pivotal in their playoff chase. A healthier, more protected Justin Fields could turn close games into wins, especially against rival teams like Green Bay and Minnesota. The addition of Brown might also help the Bears beat teams with strong pass rushes such as the Chiefs or Ravens, who are known for their relentless edge pressure. Furthermore, this move could accelerate the development of young players like Darnell Wright and Tevin Jenkins, giving them a blueprint for excellence. It's an investment in the future, but also a move to maximize the current window of opportunity. Final thoughts and fan engagement. So, what do you think, Bears Nation? Are you excited about the possibility of Orlando Brown Jr. donning the navy and orange? Do you believe he can be the anchor on our offensive line that we've been desperately seeking? This move could reshape not just our season, but the entire franchise's future. The Bears are in a position to make a statement, and acquiring a player of Brown's caliber sends a message: we're here to contend, and we're building something special. Keep your eyes peeled, because if this trade goes through, it'll be one of the biggest stories of the NFL season, and it could be the turning point that finally pushes us into Super Bowl contention. And as always, I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this trade will happen? How do you see Brown fitting into the Bears' offensive scheme? What are your predictions for the rest of the season? And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and insights. Until then, stay passionate, stay loyal, and let's go Bears. Character count including spaces, 10, 102 asterisk.